Okay, so this first video is just to review what we did in class before Ms. Guidry and Mr. Throop were out. So if you want to find the exact value of cosine of, this should say 75 degrees, not 45 degrees. Should be a 75, sorry. If you want to find the exact value of cosine of 75 degrees, the goal with sum and difference formulas is to add or subtract two angles from the unit circle that you know to make the angle that you don't know. So we can rewrite cosine of 75 degrees as cosine of 30 degrees plus 45 degrees. So now that we have cosine of something plus something, these two somethings being 30 and 45, we can rewrite them as alphas and betas using our sum and difference formula. So we can again expand this formula into cosine of 30 degrees, cosine of 45 degrees, and then you're going to use the minus sign because it's on top, sine of 30 degrees, sine of 45 degrees. And now it's just a matter of using your unit circle values. So cosine at 30 degrees is equal to root 3 over 2. Cosine at 45 degrees is root 2 over 2. Minus sine at 30 degrees is 1/2. And sine at 45 degrees is root 2 over 2. And then we can multiply the 3 and 2 together because they live in the same radical, so it's root 6 over 4. Remember, when multiplying denominators, you actually when multiplying fractions, you actually multiply the denominators. And then you're going to have root 2 over 4. And then because the denominators are the same, you can combine them, so you get root 6 minus root 2 all over 4. So that's problem 1 on page 18. Okay, so now I've gone back, and to make my pi over 12, I'm going to do sine of 3 pi over 12 minus 2 pi over 12, which is the same thing as sine of pi over 4 minus pi over 6. And then we apply a sum and difference formula, so we're going to have sine of pi over 4 cosine of pi over 6 minus cosine of pi over 4 sine of pi over 6. Sine at pi over 4 is going to be root 2 over 2 times root 3 over 2 minus root 2 over 2 times 1/2, which is going to get me a root 6 over 4 minus a root 2 over 4, which we can write as root 6 minus root 2 all over 4. Okay, so last problem is the simplest one on page 18. Oh, well, in the first quadrant, we know that we have pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. If I equate all of these fractions and create denominators of 12, you're going to get 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over, 2 pi over 12. Let's see. Fix that really quick, sorry. So you're going to have 2 pi over 12, 3 pi over 12, and 4 pi over 12. So if I want to add and subtract any two angles to make pi over 12, I can pick these two, or I could even pick these two. It doesn't matter. For this example, this problem, I'm going to pick those two, the 2 pi over 12 and 3 pi over 12, and I'm going to subtract them. So if I go back, so the last one's already expanded for us. So what we want to do is we want to look and see how can we work backwards. Well, there's a minus sign right here in the middle, which means I have cosine, it should be sine alpha cosine beta minus cosine alpha sine beta, and this came from sine of alpha minus beta. So for us, we have sine of 42 degrees minus 12 degrees, which is equivalent to sine of 30 degrees, and sine of 30 degrees is simply 1/2. So hopefully that helped out. Go back to Edmodo and watch the video for page 19.